Hello, I'm Gavin Bearther. I'm a senior here, 4 years, assistant captain.
I'm Kirsten Fidelis. I was played on the hockey team for 4 years, and I was captain this past season.
I think it's certainly a responsibility, but I think the most important thing about it is you have pressure to do the right thing at all costs, and I think that's something that comes with it, and I'm really happy about it.
I to be able to lead a team and to do well, and just to kind of be someone that people look up to.
I think consistency. I think when you fall out of pattern, it leads other guys to follow that, and you see lapses in the team. And when you're consistently doing the right thing, always working hard, I think that's the best trait you can have.
I think I find consistency most important because if you aren't consistent throughout the team and how to treat everyone, then no one's going to really trust you.
Yes, I think setting an example is something that you always have to do, and I try to. It may be hard sometimes, but I think if you're always doing that, like I said earlier, you're ultimately leading others to want to do the same. And if you're yourself and you're always acting upon it, then I think good things happen.
Yes, I think so. I'd always try to work hard, make sure I do extra stuff, and just to kind of mostly lead by example, so that people had someone to look up to.
Yeah, certainly you have a weight on your shoulders to succeed ultimately, both yourself and the team. But I think if the pressure, you have to use it as a good thing, and if you handle it well, then I think everybody exceeds and reaches their potential.
Just obviously the pressure of winning, and if they're losing, then people look at the captain, or if you guys are playing poorly, they look at the captain to kind of encourage and to lead.
I would say always be yourself and always do the right thing. Sometimes you have to make people unhappy, whether it's your coach or fellow players, younger guys on your team. But I think you always have to do what's right and be yourself. And I think if you do that, then you'll be a heck of a leader.
Just to stay true to who you are. Don't try to change too much just because you were put into that role, and just try to lead by example.
I'm Elliot Slant. I'm a four-year men's tennis player and the captain of the men's tennis team.
My name is Leah Peterson. I'm a junior looking to be the captain of my tennis team.
So I think just playing on a team for 4 years kind of got me into the leadership role, kind of being taught from the older guys what our team's all about, and then seeing younger guys come in and just kind of molding them after what I learned from the older guys. So it's kind of some natural development.
Well, being on the team for 3 years, I've learned a lot from the previous captains, and I think that because I'll be a senior next year, through what I've learned from the previous captains, that I would be able to take on the role.
Caring is definitely the biggest one that I embody. Um, you have to care to be courageous, you have to care to be consistent. So I think that's the biggest one for me. That really just shows you have to care about on court, off court, every little thing, the details. That's definitely the biggest one for me.
I think consistency is the most important, because if you change the way you are towards your teammates, then that might deter them from listening to you or something. So I think if you stay consistent in your belief system, then that helps you be a better leader.
Setting up the younger guys to succeed in the future is definitely the biggest thing that I look forward to. On and off the court, again, just in the classroom, in social life, just making sure we're all doing the right things, giving ourselves a good reputation around the community. It's definitely the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, I think being responsible is important, and I think also like a lot of like in my high school sports too, people always told me to like lead by example. So I think part of leading by example is being responsible.
I remember we had a pretty down season this year. My coach called me one day. It was like the guys aren't really sticking too well. So kind of coaches definitely can put pressures on captains to kind of like get the bond going. Um, so I just like I had to do like more team dinners at my house and more just interactions with the team. So definitely pressures from that, pressures from other teammates.
I think they face the pressure of being like I guess the liaison between like the team and your coach. Sometimes that can be hard because the team doesn't always agree with like what the coach says, and then I think part of the captain's role is to help both sides agree. So
Yeah. So for my team, I think we just got to keep doing our thing, keep caring about the younger guys, keep remembering what it means to be a saint and rep the scarlet and brown out there.
Hi, I'm Caleb Kane, senior captain of the St. Lawrence men's lacrosse team.
Hi, I'm Tori Smith, and I'm the captain of the women's lacrosse team. Well, ever since I joined the lacrosse team, I've always had a really good relationship with all of the girls on my team. And when it came to the deciding factor of becoming captain, I thought I really embodied all those characteristics of being a leader, and I definitely wanted to help my team grow.
Always kind of strive to, excel as much as I possibly could, whatever sport I was playing. And fortunately, I had some good luck with doing well on some teams, and I think kind of my teammates and stuff kind of noticed that, and because of that, I was voted team captain.
I think that they all are very important individually, but I would probably say caring, definitely, because I mean, a captain has to look out for every single member of their team while also caring about themselves, and I think that is a huge responsibility. And if you care about other people, then they're more likely to succeed, and your team will do better.
I think consistency, because I think courage and caring can fall within it. I think if you're a good leader, if you're consistently courageous, regardless of kind of what events are going on with the team on or off the field, and caring, I think it goes beyond of looking out for younger guys and stuff like that, and you consistently have to do that, whether it's helping younger guys make right decisions in the classroom or social events, or just just showing that you're willing to go the extra mile for the team.
As captain, I've definitely seen kind of others look up to me, and that's very important because I need to set a good example for everyone else. And they say you lead by example, and that is definitely true, and I've realized this year.
I believe it does. I think if you kind of look at the guys we have in our locker room, we're kind of a senior laden team, and I think it's very easy to see like the leadership qualities that not just the captains but just kind of our team in general is kind of taken in, and really kind of I think that's added to how much success we've had.
There's a lot of pressures that captains face throughout the season, definitely from not only your players but the coaches, the other captains, parents. All these pressures can be different things, such as like dealing with certain problems, approaching the coaches, and if the coaches don't agree, then that can be really difficult. So you definitely have to kind of manage all these things to make everyone happy.
I think a big pressure that captains face is walking the line between taking our season and everything too seriously, and also kind of letting go in the moment. I think you always need to kind of be on your toes and look down the long haul as to what's best for the team, what's going to get your team to the final destination that you guys are working towards. And you obviously want to have fun with it along the way, or else the seriousness of it, you kind of lose the path that you want to go down. So I think it's walking the line of those two things.
Or doing what you believe in, and not to be scared to step up and say something. As a leader, people look to you for examples and what to do next, and sometimes that can be a little intimidating, but definitely just use that to your advantage and show others how to lead and what to do.
Have fun, enjoy it. It's a pretty quick 4 years, and if you get into that role, enjoy it and embrace that role and do the best that you can to lead and get your team as far as possible, because I feel like that's something that you'll be looking back on most in the next 40 years.